Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to La Lido Loco. Welcome to the Cruise Show. I am your host, Tony, here to talk you through everything going on in cruising. And we've got a full schedule of conversation today, updates from Carnival, and a lot more. But let's start with this sad story coming out of the cruise terminal of Piraeus in Greece. We have a story of a cruise port worker that collapsed and passed away while loading luggage onto a cruise ship. The 62-year-old dock worker collapsed, did not respond to CPR efforts. The local union there is calling for an investigation just to determine whether this was a natural death or if there's any responsible parties. Port of Piraeus, fairly popular cruise port. They service about 1.7 million cruise passengers per year. Certainly a sad story and certainly a challenge for those who knew the guy and family members. Now let's go from Greece over to Boston, where we have a story of a cruise ship rescuing folks that were in a vessel of distress. This happened just a few days ago, August the 30th, where the MS Zuiderdam, Holland America line cruise ship Zuiderdam, saved two people from a vessel in distress. The rescue required the Zuiderdam to change course to get to the vessel. After the folks were rescued, they were transferred over to a Coast Guard boat, and then the ship continued on with its cruise. It is like a rule of the sea to help a vessel in distress, so some may chalk this up to, well, Zuiderdam just doing what they're supposed to do, which could be true, but it is always inspiring to me to hear of these massive cruise ships being able to alter their course and go save somebody that's in harm's way. So way to go to the captain and the crew of the Zuiderdam. So before we continue on with what's going on in cruising, I do want to talk about a couple things. I can't wait till I tell you what Carnival is doing, but I didn't buy a Powerball ticket yesterday. I was kind of worried that, I was going to not win the Powerball because I didn't buy the ticket, but nobody won. So Powerball fever is still running wild, and I may buy a Powerball ticket for the next one, but I don't know. Like, how much money do you have to throw away? So I've bought Powerball tickets twice for $20 each. Maybe I'll throw another $20 in. Again, you can't win if you're not playing. But am I just throwing, good money after bad money? I don't know. And speaking about fever, I think I'm still running one. I don't know if anything's going around, but I just came off that road trip this weekend with my family. And man, yesterday I was sitting here in the chair editing the show, and I got the fever, I got the aches. I went home and passed out. I woke up this morning. I'm still as sore as can be. I have a full day's worth of work to do, but I got the fever in the morning. Man, it's all over my body. Oddly enough, do you like it when you have weird sensations? I kind of like that weird flu soreness that you get. I mean, I don't like the fact that I have the flu, but then I was leaning into it. But anyways, if I start sweating or if I just randomly pass out during the rest of the show, you'll know it's because I got the fever. Okay, let's move on. I talked yesterday about Celebrity Cruise Line entering into the river cruise market. There was some question as to whether or not people would be interested in it. People are interested in it. They had a pre-sale yesterday for a select group of people, and it sold out. Let me do the math on it. It sold out in 360 seconds. That's 6 minutes. Now I got FOMO. I got full on FOMO. I don't think I was part of the pre-sale, but the idea that you can put $500 down and try out Celebrity's new river cruise sounds pretty exciting. And now I'm looking forward to seeing somebody go on that ship and sharing it with the rest of it. Two ships, really. You've got two river vessels coming into play: the Celebrity Compass. What was the other one called? Celebrity Compass and the Celebrity Seeker. The renderings look really nice on these ships, but there you go. If there was any question at all whether or not they would be popular they seem to be. All right, let's talk about a couple things that Carnival's doing. They're doing it. They're doing it again. How about this? So all the hubbub last week was about Carnival. They're now going to be selling donuts and beignets. This is an interesting move. Certainly, cruise lines, they have to get creative to figure out how to get more of your money while you're on a cruise ship. I guess long gone are the days where almost everything's included except like alcoholic drinks. And so now Carnival has devised a scheme. They've created an offering. That's probably negative to call it a scheme. But Carnival has created an offering where you can get yourself some donuts and beignets Donuts you can get. They're made to order and served warm. This is the pitch. 2 for $4. Cinnamon sugar, powdered sugar, Boston cream glazed, or 5 for $8. So certainly it seems like the 5 for $8 is the better deal. And then you can get yourself some of them beignets, some beignets. I've had the beignets from Emerald's, I think on the Carnival celebration. Wow. They were so good. I made a little bit of a controversial video about Emerald's on the celebration. Maybe I'll link that at the end. It could have been the title that got me in trouble. I sampled Emerald's balls. Maybe that was the thing. But anyways, they're going to be selling the beignets for $3.50. Powdered sugar, strawberry sauce, chocolate sauce, and then they also have churros. Look, we've got French cuisine, we've got Mexican cuisine, we've got wherever donut come from cuisine. Churros, 5 for $3, 10 for $5, or if you can't figure out which of those delicious pastries you want to choose, you can get yourself a breakfast combo for $7, 2 donuts, 4 beignets. Sorry, churros, you didn't make the cut for the combo. Mix and match. I guess that's the basic question there. Do you see yourself spending extra money for hot donuts or beignets? I can see I'm going to say yes on the beignets because they're never included. I feel like you can get donuts other places on a cruise ship, but I'm going to do the beignets. I would do. Would you do it now? This one's a shocker. I pulled up the old emails today, and in my email was this announcement that Carnival they are going to have a non-alcoholic drink package. Folks have been asking for this forever, saying, look, I don't drink alcohol. I don't buy alcohol, but I would love to have something other than your soda package. Can you hook me up? Other cruise lines do it. Well, now they've introduced the Cheers Zero Proof drink package. $30 a day, though. $30 a day. Can you get $30 a day of non-alcoholic beverages? Here's the lineup of what you can choose from. Soda, Coca-Cola products. How about that? Coke is back, baby. Coke is back on Carnival. Sodas, juices, bottled water, still in sparkling. That's good. I like to drink some water. Premium coffees and teas, zero proof cocktails. That's non-alcoholic. Alcohol-free beer, alcohol-free sparkling wine, frozen drinks that are non-alcoholic, smoothies and bottled protein shakes, milkshakes, and energy drinks. That's a lot. That's a lot, and I feel like you could get to $30 a day. I think most specialty coffees are anywhere between $5 and $8, and then sodas are $3 or $4. I think you could do it. You could have a full day of drinking, but that's going to add another $210 to your cruise. But at least you won't have to think about drinks. It's $29.99 if you book it in advance, but once you get on board, it is $5 more, $34.99 if you wait. Not surprisingly, the package does not work at Celebration Key. It does not work at Half Moon Key. They do not have their packages working there. I'll tell you what, I'm glad to see Carnival doing this. Like I said, a lot of people were looking for this, and now it is here. What do you think about the value? $29.99, unlimited, so you can hammer this as hard as you want. You can only get one drink at a time, and it's written into the policy, no sharing of drinks, which is always contentious. But would you book it? Would you book it, Dano? That's what I would like to know. Look, that's everything going on in cruising. Thank you so much for checking out today's episode. Stay in the know by subscribing. Help us get to 300,000 subscribers. This is Tony for La Lido Loca for The Cruise Show. And until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.